Hello traders out there in Traderland, D7 here with Grok Trade. At the end of this video, I'm going to be talking about how the markets react after a presidential assassination or an assassination attempt, which just took place over the weekend. What we're looking at is what's going to happen to the markets coming into the near future. At the end of this video, I did a deep dive and I'm going to give you that detail as it comes. Let's get into the markets right now to see what we are looking at. Now, guys, first thing we're going to do is take a look at the financials. The financials are very important to us. We want to look at the financial health of the markets for the mere fact that the markets go up when the financials are going up, and when the financials are going down, the markets go down. Whatever the financials do, they tend to add that support or validation to the markets tomorrow. Always remember that, write that down. We're trading mentors. We teach this. We actually have a class coming up at the end of this month. It's 3 days, Monday, or it's Saturday, Sunday, and a Monday. Feel free to jump in. Now, here's the deal. We're looking at XLF. That's an ETF. That's on the financials. And if you look at this, we have the big symmetrical triangle. We said, watch this. If it breaks out to the upside, the market should rally up. If it breaks down from this, look for the markets to drop. Sure enough, we busted out, boom, to the upside. We have a major rally to the upside, but we're very excited. Look at the RSI. This is a relative strength indicator, and it is at the upper area of being overbought. For that purpose, chances of the financials coming down are really good compared to continuing higher. Now, take a look at the S&P 500. It's the best index to look at here. We've rallied up, building a high base. Here's what I'm looking at. We're making higher swing highs on the daily chart, lower swing highs on the MACD centered oscillator. You can see that there. That's called a bearish divergence, which means we have a big chance going into the future of the markets dropping. RSI, we are way overbought. Way overbought, and we're starting to build what looks like going into the future here a bearish divergence. So the big markets are topping out. Financials have topped out. If you look here at the NASDAQ, the Qs on Thursday had a nasty drop. Friday it tried to bounce back, but if you look at this, if I do this, blow this dude up so you can see Thursday, nasty drop. See this rising wedge here? See how we're having higher swing highs? Well, if you look at the MACD, lower swing highs. If I blow this up, you can see this lower swing highs. See that? If you look here at the RSI, lower swing highs. Let me blow that up so you can see it. Lower swing high. Okay, so we have higher swing highs, lower swing highs. So we have a double bearish divergence. And the other thing that we have here is called a jab. We had this rising wedge. Do you see this? Let me blow this up so you can see it. Rising wedge, these two blue lines coming up and pinching together. Do you see that? We broke out. That was really bullish, but for it to immediately come back in, guys, there's your jab, very bearish. It almost has a what's called a bear hook look, bearish death hook. It looked that up, bearish death hook on Google, and get information on the bearish death hook. That'll bring you the free online trading education. And guess what, man? Trustpilot. Our reviews are on Trustpilot now. People are putting reviews of our mentorship on Trustpilot. If you guys know that third-party resource, and so that's cool. If you want to look at what other students are saying about our mentoring, so check this out. Now we're going to go over here to this is the Russell 2000. The Russell 2000 Thursday when this did something amazing. So I just showed you the chart where the NASDAQ, the tech stocks, Thursday came crashing down, but something amazing happening on small caps. They rallied straight up. Friday, we rallied up to a resistance point. Now we have what's called a shooting star. Here's the thing. If we get a gap down on Monday and we drop, this is going to be called an abandoned baby. Reversal pattern. They're very powerful. Look for a major sell-off if we get that. That is something to be watching for, but huge volume coming up. Now, there's economic news that caused this. Look down in the description. You can read about that economic news. I'm not going to take the time to do it here in the video. You can read that because I'm going to make this fairly short. If you go back to the financials, okay, remember we had the symmetrical triangle, we broke out and we're getting toppy there. But look what happened to the dollar. The dollar had the same symmetrical triangle and it broke down below all major moving averages, and then bam, to the downside, broke this support, just bam, bam, 2 support levels down on big volume. Anytime the US dollar takes a hit like that, stocks rise higher, so do precious metals. Speaking of precious metals, take a look at gold. Up. We had this symmetrical triangle, and then boom, to the upside, a little pullback, and then boom, up to the upside. Silver, same thing, big bull flag. We talked about it. Boom, another little high base. Boom, and then down on Friday. There's kind of man, that's kind of that looks like an abandoned baby right here. Very choppy. Now I don't put as much weight into this because precious metals can get really choppy. They're kind of like ADRs. I don't want to get into that. This stuff you'll learn in our training, mentoring. So anyway, the VIX, let's take a look at that. We're so low. We are under 13. We're under 13 or 12 and a half actually on the VIX. But I want to take a quick look here, guys. Now, last week I was telling everybody we were looking at the daily and it was the weeklies. My bad. Happens. Happens. Spider. If you look at the spider here, I had the red line below. If we drop below that red line, let me show you this. If I go to a line chart, you'll see what I'm doing. Support. If we drop below that red line and this trend line coming up here, guys, we teach this in the our more advanced training, the mentorship at the advanced master trader mentoring. But do you see this line here? And you see the top. So these tops usually have this point. This one doesn't. It's more of a flat top but angled. It lays perfectly on where these trend lines develop. Do you see this? And then all of a sudden we get this perfect little cliff ledge that also reflects the same trajectory. And then sure enough, we hit there again. See this? We hit there as resistance again. It's fascinating. And we talk about that. But it rallied up. Now, the question is, what's going to happen anytime soon? I like to look at some oscillators to do that. So, let me get rid of a couple of these. Okay. So the RSI, MACD, are the ones I really want to pay attention to at this moment. And if you look at the MACD is going up. It's not too bad, but if I go here to the RSI, anything in the purple is just decent, normal, relative strength. Anything above it is overbought. Anything below is oversold. Okay, so that's how you look at this. So look at this area. If I do this, the last time we were over it was right there, and you can see we had a nice little sell-off here, multi-week. So we sold off for 3 weeks last time we went over the purple. We're over the purple now. So will we have another 3-week sell-off or longer? So it's telling me we are overbought right now. We're going higher. We're going higher and lower volume. Not great. Okay, if you go here to the Qs, take a look at that. Same thing, up. If we violate that lower trend line, look, for short opportunities. On the last week, we were under a lot of stress. The S&P 500 made it bullish for the week. However, if you go here to the NASDAQ, it was bearish for the week. Russell 2000 was hugely up, big breakout because of what I just showed you. It was Thursday that did that, and Friday. It was Thursday and Friday. Financials broke out over this triangle. When it breaks out over this bullish, that's really good, but we're at a major area of resistance. This resistance goes back, it goes back to 2022, the beginning of 2022, and that's where we're at right now. So we're getting right here, right at that resistance point. US dollar broke the weekly trend line. There was the break right there. Bam! To the downside. Gold, up, big bull flag breaking out, but we have a major resistance right there. Silver, up, and it's finding resistance. We got to get over this area for it to stay bullish, but we need to stay above this blue line. Okay, now that's it. I threw a lot at you here. A lot to think about. Be careful being long. Like the video if I've earned it. But let's get into a monologue and talk about a few things. Oh, guys, it's been since 81, over 40 years since somebody that's not present at the time that's coming in, so Reagan is when it happened in 81, and I was too young to really know it well. I remember it happening, but I don't really remember it vividly. But the last time that has happened is back when Reagan was running. And now it happened to Trump and missed him by a centimeter. They found out the shooter, 20-year-old white kid out of Pennsylvania, and a lot of questions and, happening on why that event even happened and took place. I'm going to be talking to you about what happens to the markets thereafter. I want to share with you that we should be, as a nation, in prayer about what we're seeing here. And it's just a dark time when we see that division and hatred that we're seeing here, and attempts that can bring great harm to somebody. It's unfortunate, not something that bodes well for our nation. We need to get past this and do better. Those are it. I was shell-shocked to see what I saw last night. I'm doing this on Sunday afternoon, this video. I was shell-shocked seeing that. Relieved that former President Trump was not, harmed, or, mortally harmed, because it was an AR, says a 223 round, more than likely, and that, if it hit, would have killed former President Trump. It didn't, got his ear. Hopefully this is a wake-up call for the United States Secret Service to tighten things up. I think they were a little lax, great as they are. I think this is a wake-up call they needed. And but anyway, let's talk about the market. So you guys, you can follow Grok Trade on LinkedIn, and I posted this, but here is the long and short of what happens when there is an assassination or an attempted assassination. And it is simply this: the markets initially get rocked. The markets usually drop 1 to 3% the day of or the day after the attack takes place. We have a history of that. Just because it happened in the past doesn't mean it will happen in the future. But what I know to happen in the markets is the markets usually rhyme. They usually rhyme. But here's the other key component. They drop, but if everything is okay, it tends to rally back strongly. Okay? So that's what we are expecting. Now, what's interesting is we had a weekend to digest this and to know that former President Trump is okay, and for that reason, the markets may not take that initial dump that it normally does. So it'd be interesting to find out if Monday's trading session will start off very bearish and head down, and by the end of the day, will it regain what it lost or even make from where it started initially? So that's what we're expecting to happen based off of history. But history doesn't necessarily repeat the future, just know that. But that's what we are expecting. So if you like this level of trading education, mind you, I've been doing it since 98, puts me almost at 30 years using technical analysis. I was the first individual to be posting trading videos online. Nobody was doing it before me. You can see my earliest videos at Trade to Win. Look up free trading videos. Look up DES, DES 44. That was my thing. I changed from DES 44 to, it's DES 44 to D7. So that, if you want to, they started in 2004. You'll have to download zip files. We didn't have YouTube back then, so I could only upload a zip file for you to watch my videos. A lot of people aren't comfortable downloading zip files online anymore, but if you want to watch any of my earliest content, you can do that there. But I've been trading a long time. I own a hedge fund out of Tampa here, and and I'm a quant guy. I do trading algorithms, and if you look, if you're on TradingView, you can find me on there as D7 spelled out, D-SEVEN. You can follow me there. But I also, and in TradingView interviewed me on trend lines. Look up TradingView, go to their interviews and look up live interviews for trend lines, and you'll see an interview that they did of me here recently. So I've been interviewed by the NASDAQ, I've been interviewed by TradingView. But if you're on ChatGPT, OpenAI, ChatGPT, if you're on that, go to and explore GPTs and look up those for TradingView. I have one for mine's called PineScriptor. PineScriptor helps you write trading algorithms. So if you're a geek like me and want to start writing trading algorithms, you should get into it. Matter of fact, guys, I think I'm going to be releasing it. I'm going to be doing a trading algorithm that trades Bitcoin, that trades cryptocurrency. I can't say anything more than that right now, but I'm going to show you guys cryptocurrency because this is something you're going to be wanting to watch, especially when the US dollar is crashing and burning. Get into some crypto. You can start trading it. You can have a bot telling you when to buy and sell. Oh man, very, very powerful. So I'll be introducing that soon enough. And we're redoing the 101. So if you're new to trading and you can go to Grok Trade and get the 101s, or freeonlinetradingeducation.com, get the 101s, and you get the 101s. Get them now because we're getting ready to redo those. Those that are being redone we're probably halfway through those right now, and we'll be introducing these new 101s. And what we're planning on doing is having AI become a coach with you when you go through the 101. So you'll go through the 101s. AI will send you a text and say, hey, have you started your courses yet? And you'll say yes or no, or I'm already done with them, or whatever it is. AI will be there to answer your questions. Like if you're like, okay, I didn't understand what's the difference between an ETF and a mutual fund. Can you explain that? And we will train the bot to answer those questions for you through a text. You will feel like you're texting with me or Mark or any of the other team members, and it'll feel just like you're chatting with us. That it's our AI, Grok Girl, chatting with you. And Grok Girl knows this really well. This Grok Girl, she'll be taking you by the hand and helping you down the path, developing a good foundation for you as a trader. Once you're done, you'll feel very accomplished. And we hope to up our service that we provide by holding your hand and guiding you through the power of artificial intelligence to help guide you in your own language. Speak Mandarin, Espanol, whatever, Russian, Ukrainian, whatever you speak. Our AI will be able to speak with you in your language. So if you have some questions, she will answer you in the language that you're most comfortable with. So a lot of exciting things, that we're doing here. I'm glad to be a part. Feel free to subscribe, or if you like this level of education. If you do subscribe, you can always unsubscribe. So it's better to subscribe and see if you like some of these this content, then unsubscribe later if you don't like them. And then if I've earned a like, feel free to hit like, because it doesn't cost you anything to hit like. It doesn't cost you one thing. You can just hit like. So take care, guys. We'll see you. Bye. Guys, why are you still here? You just watched my video and now you're still lingering around. Might as well be with you now that I have your undivided attention. Listen, if you haven't done so yet, I highly recommend putting in a foundation of trading, your foundation of trading through a mentor. Or learning to fly a plane, you wouldn't just go through ground school before you start flying in the friendly skies. What you would be doing, though, is going up first with your flight instructor. Same thing if you're going to learn to ride a bike, you better have somebody behind you helping you ride a bike. Surgery, you're not going to read a few books and do heart surgery. So every principle and with being guided by a mentor, let finances be this. If you're a trader, you rate you from amateurs to professionals. mentoring will do that for you. Anyway,